Welcome. If you've seen some of my previous videos, you might notice that I'm in a new space. I moved my office the other day into a new room with limited space, which means that I'm going to run out of ways to pop into the screen and say, yo, very soon. So this is the last yo you're getting from me. Now I gotta think of a new intro. Anyway, let's jump into Beautiful Morning. I'm first going to show you my initial reaction from when I listened to it when the album dropped, and then you'll get my thoughts on the song after having listened to it for 2 months. Some very quick self-promotion to get out of the way. If you watch this video and you enjoy it, why not check out my music on Spotify or Apple Music? That's all I ask. Okay, done. Ready? Go! Ooh. That was interesting. I felt that fill coming. Very interested to see where this goes with its remaining 4.5 minutes. I really love this soundscape. It's super like grimy. Okay.
It's a beautiful morning. It's a beautiful day.
Is that Sinister Gates?
Everybody is smiling
That sounds like Sinister Gates.
in a beautiful way.
If so, that's cool as hell.
I took a walk to paint the flowers in the trees. The sun reflected, gazing from the
Yo.
I made a picture and I put it in the rays.
It's like this might have been like a Pinkly Smooth thing.
Washed the paint away and carried me home. I'll find the right. There's no
Because this sounds like Goodbye Sober Day. Yeah, by Mr. Bungle. How does this man do it? Oh my god. And Brooks was like, hey, don't forget about me. I fucking roll too.
God. The dynamic range of M Shadow's vocals on this album is phenomenal. Ooh. Just as I was talking about his dynamic range. That's a sneaky good song. That's a real sneaky good song. I could see a pretty interesting music video for something like this. Who knows? A lot of piano in this album. I know the last song is a piano piece. I haven't stayed away from all of the info.
I feel like Beautiful Morning will be one of those songs that gets overlooked for a long time until like 3 or 4 years later when everyone starts coming around and appreciating it finally, as I kind of alluded to after I heard the song for the first time, which you just saw. It may be a little overlooked right now because it's sandwiched between what I feel are probably the two most popular songs on the album, Cosmic and Easier. In fact, where it is on the album is something that shouldn't be overlooked. It is a concept album after all. As soon as the gushing of emotion at the end of Cosmic is done, Beautiful Morning wastes no time dragging the listener back down to the pointlessness of life. This is one of the more metaphorical and thus more difficult songs to interpret on this album, so take what I say about it with a grain of salt, as you should with all reactions and all analyses of songs that you watch on YouTube, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I've come to understand Beautiful Morning to start out talking about the protagonist's desire to die, basically. And he's actually hopeful that his savior, or some kind of savior... I just realized my mic stand was in the frame this whole time. Someone texted me too. X, formerly Twitter. Did Twitter change its name to X? Why? Okay, yes, okay. So he is hopeful that he will ascend to an eternal paradise, a heaven, if you will. The pre-chorus starts to sound like he realized he's gone too far, and he's now willingly accepting his fate in hell instead as he leaves his body behind, or the scar. You walk on water, but the water swallows you. You can lean on something for so long until that something ends up being your demise, basically. With the reference here to walking on water, I can't help but think that this might be in reference to religion. But hey, that's just my opinion. The second verse is our friend here, deceased, presumably, not in any kind of afterlife like he'd hoped for, not even in hell, but lifeless in the ground, with his headstone empty, aka he lost his name, a reference to the song Nobody. He sees how everything in the universe is connected and understands that he is all that truly ever was and ever will be. He then goes on to repeat the words "don't let it be," which is him not wanting to believe the reality of this lonesome, never-ending existence. Then comes the fun part. Oh my god, there's fireworks going on right now. I hope you can't hear that. The bridge comes from part of a demo by Pinkly Smooth, a band that Sinister Gates was in with The Rev, and Sinister gets to bring it full circle by singing the lead vocals on this part of the song, which I think is super awesome. It starts out all beautiful and optimistic, and it sounds a whole lot like it could be a song by the Beach Boys. He metaphorically explains that he's found his paradise, everything is all good, but then the thing he so adored, the sun, washed away his painting and brought him to the reality of a lonely, endless existence. The only word I can't come up with an explanation for in this part is two. There's no one but you, two. Like, I can understand there's no one but you, but two. If you think you understand it, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your explanation. The song then promptly switches back to the heavy, monotonous chugging that it started out with. But the solo guitar rips through the mix like a siren, punching the listener in the face as the protagonist snaps back from his death. And if he's just the hollow shell he was before, then perhaps he wasn't dead at all. Maybe his death was a DMT trip. Who can be sure? Anyway, now instead of exhaling the scar, he is looking to embrace it. And that sounds a lot like what happens at the end of the Nobody music video when the skeleton returns to his body. And that is why you need to fully immerse yourself in the experience of this album. So there's my take on Beautiful Morning. What a downer, but what a banger. Thank you so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, please consider liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing, doing all those things that help me out and influence the YouTube algorithm to push my videos out to more people like you who will appreciate it. I appreciate you. All right, I'm out of here. Peace out.